Nice
Oh,
to
yeah.
be able to play the two of them as
Oh,
a
my God.
set.
Oh,
And they're
yeah.
very different, right? One is very, very dreamy and your typical impressionist French style, right?
What?
And the other one is much more livelier
Dang.
and fun, right?
Oh, my God.
And
Woo.
that's also quite representative of Debussy, right? He has a very fun side, right? And he has a very lyrical side, right? A very
Oh, my
uh, dreamy side, right? So this set, right, kind of showcases the two um, different Debussys, right, that we come across.
God.
Okay, well, let's get to work. Go ahead.
Woohoo.
We'll start with the second one today.
All right. Woohoo. Dang. Woohoo. Yeah. Woo. Oh my goodness.
Oh, actually, unfortunately, the sound is not
There goes.
um, clear, right? So we forgot to check, all right?
Don't forget.
We forgot to do sound check. Let me text your mom.
Oh, there it is. Mhm. Check it, check it. Oh my my.
General sound.
That sounds good.
And
Wow.
I even just said that the last couple times we had good sound.
Good
So we
sound.
almost took it for granted. But I could hear a little bit, right? It's just I could not hear absolutely everything. So it would be more ideal if we could.
Oh wow.
Well,
Oh
while
my
we
God.
wait, right?
There you go.
Um,
There you go.
have I ever told you, right? One thing we can do to warm up
Oh my
is
goodness.
to play, think about the key the piece is in, and
Wow.
just play some technical
Oh my goodness.
patterns to go with it, right? I
Wow.
haven't told you that, right?
Oh my goodness.
So, do you know what key our piece is in?
A piece then.
The second arabesque, right? What key would we be in? Do you think?
That was that was G major. That's right.
Right?
That's smart.
So we have one sharp, right? So
Wow.
your key would be G major. So a nice little warm up would be to play the scale of G major.
Wow.
Can you play the G major scale? Go.
Dang. Ooh. Yeah.
All right. Isn't that interesting, right? So it's a very easy scale that most people know, right? But sometimes it's all about that very precise execution, right? That just it takes so much focus, right? So
Wow.
maybe not go so fast, right? But really, really
Yeah.
careful with every note.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
It's better, right?
Wow.
All right. Now, obviously, the sound is still not ideal, but trying to
Dang.
do something while we wait, okay? And
Wow.
then what's another very well-known pattern
Oh
that
my
you
goodness.
should all know about? It's arpeggio, right? So
Wow.
could you do the arpeggio of G major?
Yeah, yeah. Arpeggio. Ooh, there.
Not bad, right? And then we typically do the inversions as well. So what
Wow.
does that mean? I mean, do you know what that means?
That means, huh? That's the first inversion, huh?
Yeah, so you already did the root position. So first inversion would be what? And then the next one. All right. Now, did you feel how that one felt a bit difficult?
Wow.
Did it feel a little weird, like it's not so comfortable, right? Because your fingering wasn't so great.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So we want to start with thumb and pinky, right? If the first note is white note, yeah, in the arpeggio. All right. So
Wow.
I know we almost hardly ever do these anymore, right? There you go, right? So you see what I mean? We almost hardly not do these anymore because we already did the exams, right? So
Hey.
after people finish their exams, which you had done, right? You did all the way to the RCM level 10, then we almost forget about these scales and arpeggios. We just focus on repertoire, right? So we hardly ever come back to these technical patterns. But today, because we were waiting for your original sound to get turned on,
Oh, wow.
I thought, okay, what can we do in this meantime, right? And then we discover, oh, we actually don't know them as well as we would like, right? They are glitches, right? They should be all perfect, right? Because we know them, right? But that's what's hard about the piano, right? Even though we know something or have learned something in the past, sometimes it doesn't stay with us, right? In order to keep up with the skill, we have to keep reminding ourselves, right?
Oh,
And keep
yeah.
practicing.
All
So
right. Woohoo.
your root position and first inversions were better,
Oh,
but I
good.
didn't really like the finger choices. So
Nice.
for the root position, right, I prefer 5, 4, 2, 1. Try it, right? And the right hand is 1, 2, 3, tuck in. So 4 for me is better.
Good night.
Okay, most people avoid the fourth finger when they do arpeggio. It's
Ooh.
like they just use 5, 3, 2, 1 for every single inversion, right?
Ooh, nice.
Or position. I think fourth finger is quite useful, right? So I do 4 when all the notes are white. So 5, 4, 2, 1. Or C major, 5, 4, 2, 1. I do 3 usually if the second note is black. So like in D major, then I would do 3, right, for the black note. But
Wow.
D minor, since it's all white, I do 4. You see? So that's kind of what I do, right? But there are exceptions, like C minor, that's a black note too, right? And I still use 4, right? Why? Because I already used 4 for C major and E was here. So if I'm doing C minor, well, the gap is even smaller. So of course I still need to use 4, right? So it isn't such a easy rule as black note choose finger 3, white note choose finger 4. It's not that straightforward, right? A
Wow.
lot of it has to do with just um, sort of shape, right? You want to look, right, as evenly spaced out, I guess, as you can. So for me, using 3 here is kind of squeezing the last 3 fingers at the end, right? So I like it. But these are personal preferences. It's not like an absolute no-no. If
Dang.
somebody wants to choose 3, right? In fact, I bet 50% of all
Wow.
pianists probably prefer
Dang.
3, right? But
Ooh,
I'm
that's
the other
cool.
50% that likes the 4, okay?
Wow.
So, of course, my
Dang.
job is to just simply point these things out
Wow.
and their suggestions, right?
That's
And
good.
then you can try both ways, right? And then eventually pick whichever one suits you the best. Okay?
Nice.
So,
Woohoo.
right? And then in the first inversion, I also choose 4 for the left hand, right? And the right hand is also 4. So this one, they both match. They both do 4. And then the other one, this one is 3 and this one is 4, right? So they are not the same in the second, right, inversion. Okay?
Nice.
All
Woo.
right, so can you do them again, please?
Yeah. Woohoo. That was.
Sort of, and then, yeah, and then,
That was.
that's hard, huh?
That was. There goes.
I think you had weird number, right? So now I didn't do it perfectly either. So what do I do? Go a little slow, right?
Nice.
That's my point, right? So
Ooh.
all these things, sometimes we feel
Ooh.
like we must know them for sure, right? But just now, right?
Ooh.
I didn't do 100%, right? As well as I
Wow.
would like. So I
Dang.
obviously should be practicing them too, right?
Ooh.
Okay, now what else do we know, right?
Oh my goodness.
So another
Wow.
one that the RCM syllabus, right, focuses a lot on is called
Wow.
broken, right? So some other examples don't really
Wow.
do that, but the RCM syllabus always has broken chords, right? So that's when you go kind of like in a zigzag fashion, right? And then you do the next one,
Ooh.
and then do some kind of a progression afterwards, right? Good.
Wow. Nice. Ooh.
Good. Very nice. Right? All right. Well, I think your mom is probably busy, so she's not getting my message.
Dang.
So we might have to live with this um, audio
Wow.
for the rest of the lesson. But I
Dang.
hope you still hear me okay, right?
All
So I have
right.
my original sound turned on, so hopefully you
That's
hear me.
good.
Okay.
Oh,
What
nice.
else should we know? We should know the dominant seventh
Wow.
broken chords, right? So what
Oh,
would that be?
nice. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the dominant seven. Nice. Oh my goodness. Ooh, there that.
Amazing,
Wow.
right? So I could tell you were processing, right? Thinking about, okay, what is that
Wow.
again? And then you nailed it.
Nailed
So
it.
how about the solid version of it?
Wow. Look at this. Solid version. Ooh,
Sometimes called blocked chords.
block chords.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, just by looking at you, I know you did a perfect job, right? Unfortunately, I could hardly hear anything. It all got muted out, basically, right? So that is what, if anybody's watching, right? That's what happens when the audio, right, is not turned on as original sound. The phone mutes these random things that they think is noise, right? They
Wow.
think somebody's like making a whole bunch of noise in the background, right? They don't realize that actually, right, is music, right?
Hey.
But Zoom cannot tell, right? Unless you turn on the original sound. Oh well.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, so how about the diminished seventh chords of G minor?
Ooh, nice. The major seven, huh?
Mhm.
Ooh. Ooh. Nice. Oh, nice. Ooh.
All right.
Nice.
It is a diminished seventh chord that you're playing, right?
Wow,
So
nice.
again, I could tell you were searching through your memory bank, right? Thinking,
Memory bank.
uh-huh.
Nice.
So
Wow.
I could tell you were searching through your memory bank thinking, okay, what is that again?
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's almost like scanning, right? In your
Scanning.
like information, right? In your brain,
Wow.
and then you found it, right? You
Found it.
found somewhere, right?
Oh, wow.
Stored in your memory what a diminished seventh chord should be.
Oh my gosh.
Good for you,
Nice.
right?
Good for me.
I don't think you started on the correct note though, right? I could be wrong because you remember I'm just having to look at you and not being able to hear much. But just by what I could hear, the very little that I could hear, and looking at you, I don't think you started on F sharp.
There it goes.
Yeah. Now you're supposed to start on F sharp, even though I didn't say, right? I probably should have. There you go, right? I probably should have said it. But
There it
the reason we
is.
start on F sharp is because it's called a leading tone,
Leading
right?
tone.
So
Yeah.
when you are doing G minor scale, the leading tone is F sharp, right? And the leading tone is the one that makes the diminished sound. Yes, there you go.
Wow.
And you play so fluently, it's amazing, right? Okay,
Dang.
so uh, solid chord, please.
Nice. Ooh.
All right. Again, it's almost like watching a silent movie. I could see you moving, right? I couldn't hear the notes because again, it thinks that all these things are noises, right? But I can tell you got it, so we will move on. Okay, and then of
Wow.
course we do the arpeggios
Wow.
of those dominant seventh and diminished seventh chords. Now they're
Wow.
pretty hard, right? So you
Dang.
do the arpeggio of the dominant seventh of G major.
Wow. Dominant
They're
seven.
actually pretty tricky. Yep.
Tricky, tricky. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Isn't it tricky, right? It's very hard to actually play, right? Every note correctly. It's not easy at all, right? All right. Sorry about that, Eric.
There
We
it
I
didn't
is.
do a sound
swear,
check.
yeah, I swear I turned it on.
Oh, nice.
It must have went off for some reason.
Oh my.
Hold
Oh,
on.
there, oh, there it is.
All right. Do you want to try it again?
Oh, there
You
it
can
goes.
see the song now.
There it goes.
It sounds much better. Thank you.
Sorry.
Nice.
Sorry about having to come back.
No
All
problem.
right. Now we are working.
All right.
Woo!
Okay. All right. We're good now. So you can play your arabesque. Uh-huh.
Ooh, and I'm back in two. Ooh,
Mhm.
yeah, that. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
I can't believe it. It's not, it went off again.
Wow.
The original sound disappeared again on us. That hardly ever happened before.
What is going
I
on?
don't know why. As soon as you left the room, it went off again.
Okay, it's
Oh,
on
there it is.
now.
Oh, there it
Okay,
is.
stay for a little bit longer.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, and when he played the arpeggio, it worked, and then as soon as you left the room, it went off. Okay, try again, please. But Cody, you sound good, right? The very little that I could hear, it sounded amazing. All right, let's give it one more try.
Ooh, that's it. Ooh.
Go for it.
It's good.
Yeah,
Let's hope it doesn't go away by itself. It's fine. Okay, hopefully it doesn't disappear.
okay.
Thank you,
Well,
Eric.
just text me if it goes off again.
Okay, I will. But the people watching the video,
Okay.
they'll be going off, on, off, on. Sorry
Okay.
about that, folks. But okay, let's hope it stays this time. Okay.
Woohoo. There we go. Woo. That's it. Woo.
Okay, that was great tempo, like I said, right? So
Right.
very fluent. Okay, continue, please. Mhm.
Woo. Yeah. Woo.
Good job.
Ooh.
Well done, right? You absolutely certainly captured the essence, right, of this piece. So we only have a few minutes left. I do want to talk about the middle section because we just had a couple relearns, right? I actually noticed because you were obviously learning this off just the oral memory of it, there are inconsistencies in. It's not your fault, right? I'm saying the book that I'm looking at, right, where the score is, I believe there are typos in this book. Would you believe it? This is even the ABRSM book, right? So I think you are doing it right? I think there are typos in this book. So,
Wow.
but your ear, right, is so good that you, the version that you heard, the recording that you heard, I think mostly is accurate, right? But in this middle section, I think you did play some wrong notes, so we will try to fix it. Could you go from this middle section again? Right? This section. And this time I'll stop you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we do want to do staccato here, right? That's quite interesting, right? So there is the contrast between all these staccato notes and then I think it's very interesting, right? And then it happens again, staccato, staccato, right? So it's that kind of alternation between legato staccato that makes it quite fun. So don't lose the staccato, but you need to of course keep the bottom note, right, still legato, so hold the G, but and then so different there. Could you still play the left hand legato though? Listen to the left hand. The left hand is O legato, O legato, right? But the right hand is not the same, right? See, that's staccato and then, right? I didn't hear your staccato though. Remember these I want staccato. No, then you have to switch, right? So listen, staccato, more staccato on the top note, right? After you do the A and then that's it. The going down is legato. Okay? Alright, so I'm sorry that our audio wasn't the best, so we didn't have time to focus on this piece a lot, right? We did a lot of review on the technique, although I still think that was worthwhile. So you could always think about that, right? To just, as warm-ups, right? And also they're very useful for just going over the keys from bottom to top. Okay, and we'll continue the rest of the Debussy next time.
Wow.
Okay, all right, bye bye now.
Bye bye.